What is up, guys? It is the Citrus Pan here today, and I'm coming at you with a review for episode 1 of Log Horizon. So let's get into it. Alright, so I have a piece of paper right here, and I'm gonna make some valid points about what I think of the first episode. I'm gonna analyze it a little bit, and then tell you my overall feel of what I think this anime is all about. Alright, so basically, if you want to have an overview, I'm going to be making a lot of references to Sword Art Online, because it's definitely similar, but I think, in my opinion, right now, I can't say anything in the long term, but right now it looks a lot more promising than Sword Art Online ever did. So, let's get into it. Basically, there are 3 main characters so far, and I'm sure there will be some added. There's the main character, which you start out by seeing him, so he's going to be the protagonist, I guess. His name is Shiroe, give or take a few of these pronunciations, but I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Akatsuki, not the Naruto band of thieves and vigilantes, so not vigilantes, the group of evil people. But no, she is a assassin, and everybody in this anime has classes. So Shiroe is more of like a magician, kind of strategist kind of dude. He is the leader, it seems like. He's a leader figure. So, yeah, that's him. And then there's Akatsuki, like I said, she's an assassin, and she's pretty small, like she's pretty short, actually. And she's just kind of like fast, and she jumps around with her knives and whatnot. Then there's Naotsugu, who is, I have a feeling, is going to be a pretty good comic relief character. And he's pretty funny. He made me laugh about, two or three times throughout the episode. And it was a pretty funny thing. And what I want to say right off the bat is that is actually one of the biggest things I want to say about this. After I tell you who Naotsugu is, he is a tank sort of warrior character. And he's pretty funny. He wears this big bulky armor. He's got a big sword and shield, so he's going to be the tank type of character. And we'll see where that goes. But a big valid point I want to make right now is that this anime doesn't take itself, from what I can see so far, very seriously. I mean, it's going to take itself seriously in a lot of aspects, I think. But at the same time, right now, it seems like there's not much, like, wow, we're stuck in this world, it's so serious. That's the thing. And Sword Art Online suffered from that a little bit, not so much. But it was so serious that it was trying to be something that it wasn't. When it would introduce you to a character, like episode 2 or episode 3, that character would be, die, or they would leave the cast, but you really wouldn't care, because you only met them for one episode. It's like, one episode, you don't really get attached to them. And with the comedy and everything I've seen in episode 1, I can really see this anime taking off with the approach that it's taking. So basically, if you want me to summarize the episode, it's the guy who's the main character, Shiroe, is finding himself trapped in a game where he can't log out, and the GUI, the interface, whatever you want to call it, everything is kind of weird. Like, since they played it in a game, they are having some trouble, with everything when they're fighting, to when they're going in their inventory. It's kind of weird how they see this, and they have to get used to it, because they're actually doing this in, like, real time now, instead of just controlling a video game. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. He wakes up, he doesn't wake up, but there's supposed to be a big update to the game. He gets on, and he can't log out. And then he meets his friend Naotsugu. Shortly after, he meets Akatsuki, who, she was in his party in the past, and basically, he gave her a transformation sort of potion to turn her back into a girl, because she was playing as a guy. You have to watch the episode. I would recommend watching it to understand completely what I'm talking about. But basically, that's what happened in this episode. They went back to a guild sort of hall thing, where they could go through doors, and there would be doors over here, over there, and you could go in, and they met some other characters. I think they're going to be supporting characters. And basically what happened in there was you had a small flashback of Shiroe's past, because he doesn't want to join any guilds. He prefers, like, smaller groups, and there was, like, a group in the past that they, raided dungeons and whatnot, and that's pretty much, they were trying to get him to join a guild though, and he doesn't really want to join. So, as of right now, I'm really looking forward to the second episode. At the end of the episode, we see a little girl in like an alley, and there's these people coming after her, and then there's like a cat-looking guy who's coming around the corner, so he looks kind of suspicious, but I think he might be a sort of nice guy who's gonna become possibly like a big supporting character, or maybe even a main character of the series. So I'm gonna be pretty excited to figure out how that's gonna go. And from now on, I will be doing this on Saturday whenever it releases. If you want to watch it, I watched it on YouTube, but it's also available on Crunchyroll if you're interested in, paying for that. But I found it on YouTube, and you can find it any way you want to, but I'd recommend watching it. If I were to rate it right now, out of like a 10 or something, I hate reviewing things like from episode 1, but I give it somewhere in the 8 range. That could go up, it could go down. Who knows? I have to see more of the anime. The episode was solid. It introduced characters. It was funny. And I can't wait to see more. So, see you guys next time.